Hello everybody and Mr. Yourstone. I'm obviously here to talk about my topic, which is CGI, and I'm sure everyone knows some form of CGI from all the movies and commercials that we've seen, and if not, you lived under a rock. Well, either way, CGI means computer generated imagery. And it's computer animated, or more specifically, it's 3D like you and me, but it's more three-dimensional special effects. But before I get into its popularity and everything, I'll start with how and when it started. Before CGI came in, it used to be 2D animation by moving one object on the screen to the other. And by doing so, they had to use hundreds upon hundreds of frames, so making those old school flipbooks that we probably never made as a kid, but our parents did, maybe, or Yourstone. And doing a picture on every page, moving the image slowly and slowly until you reach the end by making the finished product. And that's how it was putting it on the computer. It took a lot of time, but it was still pretty cool. So the true forefathers of this family tree would be Nestor Bernick and Marcely Wayne. I'm probably butchering that name, who are Canadians, by the way. They created the system called keyframe animation, which made a three-dimensional picture, image, or object that followed a certain pathway on a computer. And I think we can agree in simple terms that it got a lot easier for animators and others alike.
Hey guys.
CGI basically revolutionized America's film industry in the early 70s as it gained prizes and awards for its brilliance. Even Disney got into it by making TRON's light cycles in 1982.
Prepare to transport to light cycle grid.
But here's where animators take it a little too far for general population. CGI can do a lot of weird, sometimes epic, or just plain terrible stuff from what we've seen and known. Like making fleshed out human beings, or something that has human features, but just looks a little too creepy.
You're not perfect.
Now, simple enough, when this started happening, America shied away from CGI for a second, because before we looked how different it was, but now it became similar to how we look, how our features look like, and makes us want to hate it. The more realistic it became, the more we detracted from watching it. And I quote, with a bit of paraphrasing, just a bit, that Robin Woods described CGI with the examples of Star Wars and E.T., the essence of Wonderland today, becoming even more dazzling, extravagant, and luxuriously unnecessary. So not many people really like the changes in the new platform, which weirdly enough was in science fiction in the early 1980s. And it wasn't supposed to be real anyways. It's supposed to be escape from day-to-day life. But over time, we got used to it, and we either let it slide that the scene was a bit crummy, or we go on Tumblr or wherever you guys go to and just start complaining and pretending to fix it. Well, guess what? You aren't experienced! People don't know it takes a lot of skills to do what they do. Making it a higher paying job now by either learning JavaScript, programming, computer systems, engineering. But not only that, but computer technology improves as it goes on, and so does CGI, since they both go hand in hand. But it's not just films that have all the drama with CGI, and it's probably the most widely used aspect of CGI, second to films, in every known spectrum, because the military, the police force, NASA, and those people who work at the arcade, like they use simulations. And if you're in NASA, they don't just put you on the spaceships and hope you land to Earth safely when you get back.
About that and training?
I never got to land the simulator, I told you.
But you know about it.
And I crashed it
Listen,
every time.
do you want to go
but
back
it's-
or do you want to stay here?
No. They use simulators to train them to know which knob and doodad does what. And soldiers, officers, Angus teenagers have done some shooting simulations, and I'm not talking about Call of Duty. I mean actually using weapons, shooting Nazi zombies, spies, aliens, etc., etc. The works. So CGI has implemented in our society more so than we thought. Plus, and I mean plus, like the big plus, through 1995 to 2005, budgets for films went from $5 million to $40 million. That's like 40, the big $40 million. And I believe that's the greatest impact that America has ever seen with the use of CGI. Bye.